Welcome back to the Tonebar channel. If you get a Tonebar, this is what your guitar will sound like. Now what we're talking about here is just a different method of putting your strings on your guitar. And it just so happens that if you're tired of pins, then you come to the right place. Let me get this out of the way. I've been away for a while, hadn't done any videos. I'm going to show you some models, and then we're going to show you how to put the strings on. Okay? So here's what you're used to. When you put a traditional bridge pin in the sound hole, down the pin hole, and then you're going to get the string is just barely touching the edge of the hole where the wedge, that's just an old-timey wedge. This system has been around since they've had flat top guitars. When you string your guitar with traditional bridge pins, the bridge pins do nothing. That's what they look like, and that's what you're getting. There's all these ball ends are just just wedged in there. They're not doing nothing. They're keeping the string on, but that's all they're doing. They're not letting the strings activate the top. Now, here's another model. It doesn't have any pins in it. You've eliminated the pins. You've eliminated the problem of pins. This is a Tonebar. This is the patent number. When you get a Tonebar, all your strings are lined up. Every ball end is lined up the way it's supposed to be. But more importantly is this area between the ball ends, all that, the Tonebar is contacting the bridge plate, therefore pulling on the top. When you strum a chord, you heard how loud that guitar was. It works on plywood guitars. It works on solid wood guitars. It works on right-handed guitars, left-handed guitars. You can take this system and method out and put it in another guitar. You don't need new strings. You just need to change the way you're mounting your strings. That's what this is. Here's another model. This is a drawing, a real bridge. Actually, this is the bridge, rosewood bridge that came on that Martin kit. Okay, what you're looking at here is there's the holes where the pins go. Okay, now these little squares here are, I had strings in here with pins, and I just drew around them. The edge of the string is just barely touching the top of the guitar, the bridge plate. Now the Tonebar, I've outlined that. You're getting all this contact area between the holes, pulling up. All the strings are pulling together to make the top vibrate. Okay? This ain't something that's, this ain't no weird out there. This is just physics. And changing the way you mount your strings makes all the difference in the world. The patent says, let's go back to the book. The strings are acoustically coupled to the bridge plate and to the soundboard to vibrate the soundboard that produces acoustically amplified sounds. Basically what the Tonebar does, here's what you get when you order a Tonebar. They're $9. You get a tone bar. You get a sticker for your guitar case. And you get the little instruction sheet that's serial numbered. Okay? So for $9, you can completely change the way your guitar sounds for the better. There's over 2,000 or 2,500 of these are in the field. Not one person or user has ever said the tone bar didn't help their guitar sound better. They all make them sound better. The better guitars, you're going to get to clarity, you're going to get to sustain, you're going to get a little bit more volume, and you're going to get a little bit more palm muting. You're not, those pins aren't in the way. And when you change strings, when you change to this method and system of putting strings on your acoustic guitar, you never have to mess with pins anymore. Once you loosen the strings, the tone bar just falls out, and you just slide the old strings off and put you a new set on there. Okay, no, I got a model here. Here's a model. Got the sides cut out. You can see inside there. There's no tone bar in there. There's no pins. Okay, we're going to show you this other model here real quick. This is an old guitar. I cut the half of it out. There's the guitar with no pins in it. You get all this, and then there's, you can see up in there, all the strings. This guitar's actually strung up. See all that contact area you're getting. Look how clean that looks. There's nothing in there, and it doesn't affect pickups. Here's the model here. Go back to this real quick. On the model, there's the sound hole. There's the hole for an under the saddle pickup. That's where the saddle is right here. It's completely, half an inch away from the tone bar. The tone bar doesn't get in anything, in any wiring doesn't get in any way. Okay, we're gonna. This is just a little fake guitar here. This is just a body, but we're gonna lower the camera here just a second. As far as we can go down. Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna show you how easy it is to put this tone bar on this guitar. Okay, you got your tone bar. It's a proprietary piece of brass. Just lay it right there. Okay. And the way you do this is just a different way of putting strings on your guitar. It's a better way. Okay, so you stick your string down in the hole. And you pull it up through there. And then you mount it on the tone bar. It don't matter if it falls in there. It can't go nowhere. Okay, so you pick your tone bar up, stick your second string down in there. Slide it on there. That'll stay a little better. And then you take your third string. These strings, this is just a body, so you stick your third string down in there. Pull it up. Once you get the hang of doing this, it's just a different way. People are apprehensive about this because it's just a different way of doing it than they've done before. But it's a better way. Just feed your string down in there. Pull it up on the tone bar. See that? They're all on there together. Here's the B string. Stick it down in there. slide it on the tone bar. Now we're going to get to this last string here, and in the patent, and I tell people to stick your last string down in there, make sure it don't get tangled up with the other ones, and slide on the tone bar. Now, all the tone bars I've ever put on, I've bent this end up to 90, but you really don't have to do that. I'm just going to do a little trick here. I'm going to take the patent number off, and I'm going to stick the patent tag on this side, because all you're doing when you're bending that up, you're just preventing the strings from sliding off. Now you just kind of space them out. Get them all lined up. Set this up like this. Okay. Now you got all your strings lined up, and then you just tune your guitar up. And then you tune your guitar up, and then you get in full contact. And then when it's time to change strings, it just falls out. It just falls out. And then you just take all the strings off. And then you start all over again. And you pull the strings out. It's a much easier, faster way of changing your strings. It's easier, it's faster. If you're using these push pins and pushing that down in there, you're putting new strings on, but you're not getting the full contact that they should be getting with a tone bar. And then see these little things, these little wings on here are there so you can slide it back and forth and get it centered, because you want the same space on the outside hole, on each outside hole, you want that same space. And if you have some grounding problems with like acoustic electric guitar, you could attach a ground wire to the tone bar, because it's contacting all the ball ends at the same time. This is, in my opinion, and you know, I'm the only one that really, well, I'm not the only one, but this is the best new guitar product that's not going to be at the Namm show. I can't afford to go to California, and they're having some problems right now, and the Namm show may even be in a little jeopardy. But this is one of the best new products that's come out in over 100 years for an acoustic guitar. You don't do nothing to the guitar. This is a string accessory. You put your strings on this and pull it up through like a ponytail and string your guitar up. You're going to get more sustain. Your notes are going to be clearer. You're going to get more volume. And it's not bending the ball end of the string where the string wraps around. And it may prevent string breakage. But most string breakage happens on the top of the bridge, where your bridge is too sharp. You just need to take a file or some sandpaper and file your bridge down. And if you break a string, the benefits of having a tone bar in your guitar outweigh all these guys that say if they break a string. If you break a string, just loosen the strings up, slide it down there, slide the one you broke off, and slide another one back on there. It's not that big of a deal. Unless you don't change your own guitar strings, then it could be a big deal. But learn how to do that. I got 60-something videos on here showing you how to change strings. You can use the same string. This is the only product that you can add. All you got to do is change the method of putting your strings on your acoustic guitar. Use the same strings, put a tone bar in the ball ends, line them all up, and then restring it, and you will be amazed at the difference to the better that your guitar will sound. It'll feel better. The neck will vibrate. You'll get more volume. The volume of your guitar is just going to be, I mean, this is just a Martin kit. Look back on this channel and look at the video where I put strings on a Martin kit. These are the same strings. He's been on her 6 months or 8 months. It makes your guitar, your acoustic guitar, come alive. And I don't care if it's a $100 plywood Yamaha or the finest Taylor or the finest Martin. It makes a difference. It makes your guitar better. Get one. Okay, we're only 17 minutes in. Get one, and I need some help from all my Tonebar customers and I call them Tonebar pioneers. I need you to go, when you go to your music store, ask them why they don't carry Tonebars, and then give them my contact information. They can look on this video and contact me through YouTube. I need customers. I'm only one guy with one camera, with one idea and one patent. Okay, I need people to call up Sweetwater, AMS, Guitar Center, all these places that carry music accessories, and all you independent guys, you need to call them and say, why don't you carry tone bars? And then maybe I can get them on their shelves. Everybody that sees this buys it. Everybody that uses it buys it again. But you can use the same tone bar over and over and over again. They don't wear out. They might get a little bent up sometimes, but you can just take a little hammer and just straighten it back out and use it over and over again. Where pins break, where are you gonna get a pin in the middle of the night when you change the strings? If guitar shops carried these, you can sell them a set of strings. Oh, I got this new product. It's gonna make your guitar sound a lot better. It's $10. Then you can upcharge them for that, and then charge them for putting strings on. Guitar shops, could be one of the greatest little money makers for little independent guitar shops. This ain't no joke. This is something that I come up with. I'm the inventor. I got the patent. It's in my name. I want to get this in on as many shelves as I can, because once people see it and hear it and feel and hear the difference, they're convinced. But it's hard to convince somebody through a little two-dimensional thing like this. So look at all the other videos if you got time. These work on 12 strings. You use 2 for a 12 string. You do the front one this way, and then you do the back one that way. You install the back row of strings first, lay them back, put the front row in, tighten up one string on the front row, line it up, and take one string from the back row. Then just tune them all up. You don't get no string slippage. You don't get... It's a superior way to install strings on your acoustic guitar using traditional bridge pins. This is much better. Throw the pins away. You don't need them. They don't do nothing. That's an archaic system. This is patent's only a year old. I've sold over 2,500 and 2,500 satisfied customers, and some of those 2,500 sales have been multiple. They bought 5 or 10. Now, one person called me. I've had people call me from Washington, San Diego, Texas, Michigan, New York, Nashville. I personally handed a tone bar to George Gruen. I personally handed a tone bar to Guthrie Trapp at the guitar show in Franklin, Tennessee. I ain't heard nothing. And the silence tells me everything. If they didn't like it, they say something bad about it. But they like it, but they don't know what to do about it. They just need to buy more and tell more people about it. Okay, I've went on long enough. Thanks for watching. Get a tone bar. Tell your friends about the tone bar. Ask your guitar store about the tone bar. Let's get these in every guitar store in the country, and let's make everybody's guitar better than it was. Thanks for watching. Take care of those that you love.